Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another shopping my skincare stash video. This is episode 5 if I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to basically take you through the entire one and a half month, I want to say, like the past one and a half month of me transitioning from my winter skincare to my summer skincare. What are the products that I'm currently using and loving, kind of a thing. So if you're not familiar with this series, that's what it's going to be about. And you're going to see me do my skincare. I'm going to talk to you about various products, what I'm swapping in and out of my collection. And this particular series has been getting a lot of love from you guys, which I'm very happy and grateful and thankful for. So I just want to quickly mention that as well, that I really appreciate and I'm really happy also, to be honest, that I started doing this series and that you guys are loving it so much. So yes, without any further ado, let's jump right into it and let's see what I have been using recently in my skincare routine. Let's go. Like you can see, a lot of things have changed around here. So before I take you into my skincare lineup for this rotation, I wanted to kind of tell you why things have changed. So this organization situation is not new. This drawer thing, the 2-drawer thing, is not new. It was actually kept inside in here, and if you can see over here, all my products are now just lined up like this. So initially I had that over here and everything would fit inside that or would be kept on top of this on this, like the top of the cupboard basically is what I'm trying to say. And this side is my mom's stuff, this side is mine, and the lens solution is also mine, in case you're wondering. So yeah, that's how kind of things were situated. But I used to get very irritated with the kind of like dust and residue that would sit on the top of the cupboard as well as on the products, and it would take a long time just to wipe them down, clean them every single week. I'm not even joking, you guys. If you know the situation around where I'm living, there's a metro being built outside my window, and the building behind ours is currently undergoing like redevelopment. So there's a ton of construction happening, which results in a lot of dust, and literally I have to wipe down this every week, otherwise it's going to look very dirty. And I think if you watched some of the previous videos, you would have actually seen that even when I'm filming, like everything is dirty, and it was annoying me so much that when I'm filming all my products, my counter is looking so dirty. So I finally decided to like kind of come up with a quick fix. Of course, it's a quicker fix, it's not a complete fix, because we will still have to clean my mom's products and this section probably every week, 10 days or so. But it'll just be faster because now it's half the amount of stuff, because all of my stuff that was kept outside earlier is now put inside these 2 drawers. So I'm going to kind of quickly explain to you and show to you what is inside the drawers, and then everything that is not in here is inside the cupboard over here. So that's a quick explanation. And I have some like I want to say like backstockish products, stuff that I don't use on a regular basis. Like this is the next roll-on I'll be jumping onto once my current Chemist Play Underarm roll-on is done. The reason it's kept ulta is because there is just tiny bit of product left inside, and once that is done, I will take this out from here. There's a razor which I don't use very often, but I still want to like not lose it. I have Lenska backstock. I have a Dot & Key moisturizer. Like I kept my backups here because this is something I use regularly. So instead of keeping it inside in here, I just thought to keep it here for easy access. This I don't use very often, but I want to. Also another like leave-in conditioner, which I don't use, but I want to start using these hair creams soon. We have some SPF body lotion in case I'm wearing something which is like sleeveless or there's too much skin being exposed and I want to use SPF, because recently I actually got quite tanned on my neck because I didn't think I put like too much SPF on there. Maybe just a little bit, but like the chest area was quite tanned. So I think I'm going to take my SPF more religiously now, considering like summers are going to be approaching. And yeah, there is a clip in case I need one. Did I tell you lens ka backstock? I think I did. So this is like my active lens that I'm using, and then my backstock is kept in here. So that's all the stuff that I don't use very often. Moving on to the stuff that is in my current rotation that I've been using. So I'll give you a better look at this, and I've kept less stuff in here because again I want that, you know, only the stuff that I'm using on a regular basis is kept in here. So we have my retinol, we have my nighttime moisturizer, we have this also which I use sometimes at night, the overnight glow mask, and we have the retinol body lotion which I'm currently using. This is a moisturizer I will jump into the rotation once I'm done with this, or maybe I might alternate between the two, but not like alternate. I just want to kind of compare all the oil-free moisturizers from Dr. Sheths and tell you how they're actually different from each other. Are they even different from each other? Question marks. So yes, this is the one that I'm currently using. So let's go in the order of application. The first thing I've been using once I step out of the shower is the Plum rice water and niacinamide 10% serum. This was also kept inside in here, but like you can see, there is not too much left. I think इसको मुझे काफ़ी time तक खड़ा रखना पड़ेगा so you can actually see, but there is not too much left inside this, so it'll probably last for a few more days and then be done. But tab tak I'm going to be using this, and then using the Kesar and Kojic acid oil-free moisturizer on top of that. And then the sunscreen was the Aqualogica D-Tan sunscreen, but I used that up a few days ago, and now I'm using this one, which is the Foxtale Cover Up Mattifying Sunscreen SPF 70 PA 4 pluses. And this one again has like few uses left inside. I really wanted to finish it and get it out of my collection, but yeah, unfortunately that did not work out as per plans. So I'll see how I can use up, like इसमें hardly एक या दो uses बचा होगा. I feel like it's really dumb of me to keep it and not use it up, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep it here because if I put it back into the cabinet or somewhere else, then I'll just completely forget about this. So if I keep it here, at least I'll remember that I want to finish this up and have one less product in my collection. Then I have two Dermaco serums over here. Like this is the salicylic acid spot treatment. If I break out and I want this to put on my breakouts, it's for easy access. And then this is the Dermaco yeah, the Sali-Cinamide anti-acne serum. So what I was thinking is once I use up the Plum niacinamide, I can add this into my routine. It's just one of those things that I want to put into my routine, use it and use it up. I don't notice a lot of great benefits with it, but that's okay. It's still got like the great two great active ingredients in there, but as a product it's not like the most effective one or like the best one. It's kind of okay, it's meh, but I still want to use it up. It's not bad and it's not unusable. So that is that. Another product I don't want to forget about, because I want to start using this once like proper summer comes around. Right now I'm filming this in the end of February, so I don't know by the time you watch this how, like, are we going to be in proper summer or not. But at the time I'm filming it, it's not still like exactly summer yet. Still a little bit cool, kinda like Mumbai ke standard ka cool I'm talking about. So once proper summer comes around, I want to start incorporating this also and like trying and testing it out and see how it works. So that's why I've kept it here so I don't forget about it. And that's why it's kept piche, not aage, because I'm not actively using it, but I don't want to forget about any of these things. And yeah, that's the lineup, you guys. So in the next clip you're gonna see me feature my morning skincare routine. So I'll put the Plum niacinamide on, the Kesar and Kojic acid moisturizer, and the Foxtale sunscreen is what I'll be putting on my face, and you can see how they work together, and they do work really well together, you guys. Okay, I forgot to mention, this is acetone. Again, easy access nail paint remover, but these days I've not been painting my nails that often. I don't know why I did this. I've not been painting my nails that often. You see my bare nails a lot, and I don't know why that is. But yeah, I've just been giving my nails a break, but they've been thriving. they have been thriving. So there is that, and that's it. I am completely okay with the fact that this is not filled to the brim, because I just want my easy access products here. I don't want everything in here. So yes, that is that. Hey guys, and welcome back. So today I'm gonna be doing my morning skincare routine, like you already heard in the previous clip, and we're gonna put this Plum Niacinamide serum on. I love this serum so much, and I feel like it was just yesterday that I was telling you how I'm waiting for winters to be able to purchase this and start using it. And right before winter had begun, like right before November, I think end of October is when I bought like 2 bottles of this, and being like, okay, I'm gonna be sorted for the winters. Well, clearly not, because I think I ran out of 2 bottles in like a month and a half. Basically, like, I finished the first bottle in about maybe 3 weeks, like not even a full month, 2 to 3 weeks, I think, not even like proper 3 weeks. And then I knew I had just 1 bottle left, so I kind of started using it, but then I was like, I stopped, and I dove into like some other products, but then towards the end of the winter I'm like, okay, I kept this to the side, now it's time to bring it back and start using it again. So this is definitely one of those slightly thicker serums, which is why whenever I talk about it, I say that it's more meant for drier skin, because I'm not sure how oily skin people would like it. I really want to know from other people who have oily skin, do you actually like to use this like throughout the year with your other skincare? Like the routine I'm going to show you today, I feel like this routine would actually work well even in the summers too. Maybe I'm speaking too soon, I'm not sure, but like I have an oil-free moisturizer, I have a mattifying sunscreen, so that's why I feel like maybe this routine might still work in the summers too. I'm again not sure because I haven't tested it out, but yeah. I love the Plum serum, and I think next time I'm just gonna buy like 4 to 5 bottles and then use it all winter long, because I do truly love it. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of the Kesar and Kojic acid moisturizer and put it all over. Now with this one, I feel like I do tend to use quite a bit, and that is because it's got a very lightweight consistency. So I do feel like if I'm using it and I'm using a very tiny amount, it doesn't even hydrate my skin well enough. So that's why I feel like I tend to overuse it just a little bit. But I love how lightweight it is. Like I think everyone who has oily skin should definitely try these oil-free moisturizers from Dr. Sheths, and you can decide which variant you want to go for. I like the Kesar and Kojic acid one, I like the C-Cinamide one also. That's just a little more on the moisturizing side as compared to these, and then the Ceramide and vitamin C one is like a classic. I feel like that product worked, so these could run, and that one even comes in a bigger size. This is the 50-gram size. That comes in an 80-gram size as well, which I think is great and amazing, and I will probably purchase the 80-gram size later on. So yes, amazing one. I don't know how much it helps with like any acne marks or anything, but I think in a moisturizer it can only do so much, you know. So yeah, I do like their cream though, if you're looking at targeting your hyperpigmentation, etc. And now we're going to use the Foxtale mattifying sunscreen. This one actually, I don't know, I didn't realize this earlier, but I do think this one is very similar to the Aqualogica sunscreen that you saw in my previous episode of shopping my skincare stash. I think you saw that in 2 episodes in fact. So I take about this much, which I think is a decent amount. But with this one, what I do is, because it's got a higher SPF like of 70, I feel like I need to just like put it on like I'm putting on a face mask, essentially to make sure that every region of my face is covered. And this is something I heard Michelle from I think it's Lab Muffin Beauty Science or something is what her page is on Instagram. That usually what we tend to do is we rub our sunscreen so much on our face that it doesn't stay in the areas. Like if you apply a sunscreen here but then you just rub it all over, it is automatically going to decrease the coverage in this specific area, right? So I think since I watched her reel on Instagram, I have been applying my sunscreen like this, where I will just apply it on like a mask, because that way I am absolutely 100% sure that every area on my face is going to get the coverage. And you might be thinking right now, wow, this looks scary, this is never going to blend in. Well, that is what I thought also, and I was a little scared initially, but you just have to give it some time and just like keep dabbing it on. Sometimes what I do is I just stay like this, and I will go like put on body lotion on myself in the meantime, and I'll just let this sit like this, and then beach mein I'll go tap it in a little bit like I'm tapping it in right now. And can you see like automatically, मतलब 2 minute पहले का clip देखो और ये वाला clip देखो, the sunscreen started like getting absorbed into my skin, or like I shouldn't say getting absorbed into my skin, I mean I think it does kinda, but it's basically started drying down. That is what we want, is we want to just tap it in and like wait for it to dry down, and you can just leave it as is and let it dry down. But what I've noticed when you do that is it might settle in like your eyelid creases, your under eyes, your around the nose, even necklines. I have a lot of necklines, if you can see, like your so sunscreen tends to settle over there. And now can you see like just within a few minutes, मतलब मैं इसमें से कुछ भी कट नहीं कर रही हूँ, I'm literally showing you everything, how it just automatically dries down and blends down on the skin. And a lot of people say that yes, you should be reapplying your sunscreen throughout the day and etc etc etc, but for me personally, because I wear makeup, it's not practical for me to do that. So I just make sure like my first application is so good that even if the sunscreen is wearing down throughout the day, I still have, you know, even coverage all over basically. So that is kind of my goal, which is why when I'm doing it in the morning I kind of overdo it and make sure like I'm using more than I should, or rather I mean good enough basically. I think the 2 finger length that we do is good enough, or more than good. I think this is one of those things where more is better and less is not more, and that is sunscreen. So yes, that's pretty much it. Is my entire routine, and I've been using this for the past week and really loving it. And I think now that my skin is getting less and less drier as we're heading into summer, this is just the perfect routine I can use even as a transition into summer. And yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to work, like at least the serum part, I'm not sure if it's going to work in the summertime, but we will see. So yes, that is it for this clip, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will probably end this video over here unless and until I have like more updates to share with you, so stay tuned. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye. Hey you guys, so welcome back. It's been I think a month, probably even more than a month if I'm going to be honest, from the last clip that you saw. So I remember in that clip we were using the Plum Niacinamide serum, the 10% Niacinamide, which was almost on its last leg. So once I was done with that, I actually switched up my serum to the Dermaco Sali-Cinamide serum, but the rest of the 2 products were the same. So I was still using the Kesar and Kojic acid oil free moisturizer and the Foxtale mattifying serum. I think somewhere in the middle of that I did use up the Kesar and Kojic acid oil free moisturizer, so I swapped it with the Gulab and Glycolic acid one to see if there is any difference. And I think I mentioned this in other videos also. Sometimes I don't remember which video I mentioned what in, but I remember this specifically. I think For the most part, all the oil-free moisturizers from Dr. Sheths are pretty much the same, so you can use them interchangeably. It doesn't matter which one you're using, and that is that. So currently this one is in rotation, and this one is also going to be done very, very soon. So probably in the next video which you see, I'll be using a new moisturizer from, I don't know which brand, but yeah, there'll be a new moisturizer in, because this is also on its last leg. And once I used up the Foxtale sunscreen, I started using the Aqualogica Glow Dreamy Dream Cream. So this is like a vitamin C moisturizer cum sunscreen all in one kind of a product, but surprisingly it actually works well if you're using it just as a sunscreen, like with other steps also. And I haven't really used it on its own, if I'm going to be completely honest, because I'm so used to using the rest of my routine and the rest of the products that I don't tend to use this on its own. But I'll probably try it out a couple of times on its own to see how it works with no moisturizer, no serum, nothing. And even though it's a thick, delicious kind of a consistency and very creamy, I still feel like it works very, very well. And it's still lightweight for some reason. Like, it's truly like a dream cream, I feel like, because it's so surprising how well this one works. So then that's when I put this into the routine, and I used it a couple of times, but I was also simultaneously trying to use up my Dermaco Hyalacalamine hydrating sunscreen. A couple of rotations ago, you would have seen that I had a very little amount left in one of my tubes, and I just wanted to use that one up. So I was also doing that simultaneously. So you can see this specific, I would say, month, a lot of products were going in and out of my routine. And I actually ended up using the Sali-Cinamide serum just a couple of days ago. So since then, I've been using the C-Cinamide. So Sali-Cinamide has salicylic acid and niacinamide. This one has vitamin C and niacinamide. So this one I've been using for a couple of days, and I do like it. It's turned a little bit yellow. So that tells you, like, these two serums have actually been in my skincare cabinet for a while. And that is why I wanted to kind of use them up as soon as I can, because I don't want the vitamin C to like completely go bad and for it to lose the effectiveness. So yeah, this is more like a watery consistency, I would say. And then the Sali-Cinamide is also, I would say, water based, but it's a little bit more thicker, heavier, gel like, versus this is like a watery consistency, like completely. Also, if anyone's going to ask me, the glycolic acid in here is not really exfoliating. I think the percentage is so small that it's going to barely give you any exfoliation, to be very honest. So yes. And then another thing is, people are going to ask me, oh, you're using a vitamin C sunscreen and you're using a vitamin C in your serum step, like, is that too much, or should we be using like all products with vitamin C in the same routine? Like, I know sometimes people use the Plum niacinamide routine, like all together, like all the products with niacinamide packed into one routine, or even the same thing applies for their vitamin C line also, like using all the vitamin C products together. I actually don't think you're going to notice an improvement. I mean, let me explain this to you like in a relative way. So if you're using one product with vitamin C, it's going to probably give you like the same results that you will get if you use all products with vitamin C in the same routine. But what would make more sense is to add them one by one, like use up your vitamin C serum first, then use the vitamin C moisturizer, then use the sunscreen with vitamin C. That way you can prolong the goodness of vitamin C in your routine for a longer amount of time. So if you're using everything together, it's going to probably get used up in a month, but if you're using them one by one, in total that would last you for probably 3 months, 4 months, something like that. So yes, that is kind of my 2 cents on it. And the reason I'm using a vitamin C serum with a sunscreen at the same time is because I have actually been running low on sunscreen, and I've used up a lot of my sunscreens versus I've not bought as many recently. So this is the only other one that I have in my collection right now, not in my routine, in my collection, that I feel like would work with the other products we're using. I do have the Deconstruct sunscreen as well. Apart from this, that's the only other sunscreen which I own. and I don't feel like it's hot enough yet for me to be using that. I want something that's a little bit more hydrating, moisturizing, versus I feel like that is a little bit more mattifying, unless and until I use it with the Dot & Key barrier repair moisturizer, then that would work, you know, in the winters. But otherwise I think I have to wait for the weather to get a little bit hotter, and then I can start using that one, and it's going to give me better results with my skin. So yes, can you see how amazing the sunscreen is? Like, it seems like it's gonna be very thick, very heavy on top of other products, but it does have a scent though. I'll tell you, it smells like some mango, fruity, like reminds me of some candies I used to probably eat as a child, and the first time I smelled it was a little off-putting, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, I don't enjoy fragrance in my skincare, but I think I've gotten used to it a little bit. But there's no white cast, it's not heavy on the skin, and in just a couple of minutes I think everything is going to dry down really well, so then I can put makeup on top. So yes, that is it for the current lineup. And again, this moisturizer is going to be done very soon, and then as and when products get swapped out, I will definitely update you guys and do a new video in the series. We'll try to do them every month, every 1.5 month-ish. Also, I don't want to do them very often, because then you guys will be wondering ki, how are these products getting over so quickly. So yeah, we'll space them out and make sure it's not too repetitive. But yes, that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye bye.